Metamorphosis. How fitting. Now pizza is worth playing for. And holy bombshells, Batman.
It was a wild... Actually, the episode itself, it was just sort of a normal episode. It was the end that got things going. So let's save the end until the end of this, because we could talk about the sort of the not really important stuff before that. So, yeah.
Okay, I'll ask you a question right off the bat then.
Okay.
Because Debbie goes to exile, and everyone's expecting it to be this horrible, desolate place, and it ends up being very good. So she comes back to camp. Do you tell people what it was, or do you...
No, she did well. She lied. She said, oh, it was terrible. Yeah, definitely lie. Nobody's going to know. It's not like somebody else is going there again later. So, yeah, you lie. Yeah, she did a good job there. Yeah. So in my notes we have... So, yeah, we talked about Debbie lying.
And Ty admits he's terrible at tribal.
Oh, he is. Oh,
man.
Oh yeah, he has a little conversation with Ozzy about. No, I was just throwing your name out there. I wasn't. Okay, man. Yeah, I read somewhere. I'm trying to remember what review it was. Because this week was such a crazy week. What happened at the end? I was reading different things that people have written because we're doing this review obviously later because I was away.
Where were you, by the way? Because Ben's a producer and he's a videographer and he's all over the place. You were in L.A. 2 weeks ago,
no, LA
shooting
a
stuff.
few months ago. I was
Halifax,
in
last week doing this. Where were you this week?
Oh, Kelowna. But this was just for fun. But anyway, yeah, no. So, who was I talking about? Oh yeah, Ty, and then people writing about the fact that. And I wish I could remember who it was so I could give them credit, but they were saying that, once you sort of in tribal publicly name another target, you're probably best to follow through. You know what I mean? If you're gonna sort of dangle it out there, pull the trigger, whether it works or not, because now is Ozzy gonna trust him?
No.
No. Of course
nobody's gonna trust him.
No. He throws people's names out all over the place.
And he's the paranoid one now. He's all over the place.
Exactly.
You never know what he's going to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And Zeke with his, okay, no more lying. From here on in, Jeff. No more lying, because...
Well, he said he wanted to work with Jeff.
Yeah.
Now, and, I mean, we'll talk about that. I think they generally did like each other. I don't know so much now if they do. But, yeah. So, our reward, you mentioned the pizza. A pizza reward. Now, I got to say, I know Sugar Kuiper, who played in Survivor Gabon and Survivor Heroes versus Villains. And I was talking to her about things like pizza and stuff out there. And yeah, it's nice to get it, but it's not like you get a nice hot pizza here. That it's sitting out there while they do the challenge. It's been delivered from who knows where. It's cold, like room temperature.
4 hours old.
Yeah, pizza. Now, I would still want to win it because you're out there with no food. So,
and just once, I want to hear Jeff go, do you guys want to know what you're playing for? No, not really.
That's right. or yeah. Tough, I'm not showing you. You got to win to do that.
Okay, you guys ready? No, we need a little bit more time.
That's right. Yeah. Silly questions. And then Ozzy was the hero of that challenge.
Oh man, he was good.
Jeez. So they win the reward. That was basically more than one pizza each.
Oh,
there was 10 pizzas.
And I have a beef with Sari because she just always sits on the sideline and bitches at everyone, going, "Oh, come on, you guys should do that better." And there she was again, just sitting on the sidelines.
Yeah. I did like that part where Mono was sitting around talking about what Survivor is and what it means to them, and there was a lot of crying in that.
It was a touching...
It was good.
Yeah.
It was really good. And they obviously probably bonded their team a bit.
It gave you a behind-the-scenes look at what the people actually go through, because I mean, we don't know, right?
No.
It's like, oh yeah, they go for an hour every week. Well,
exactly. It's 24 hours a day. Like, your game is, you're on. Again, talking to people like Sugar, they have psychologists there to to talk to you immediately when you come out of the game. Because she said it makes you go a little crazy because you're completely paranoid all the time. Even though it's a game, you're living in these terrible conditions, but you're paranoid that people are after you. You're constantly thinking of ways to get people out. Oh, is this person after me? How do I get them out? So, yeah,
and we were talking about hygiene too. What were you saying?
Oh yeah, their teeth always look so white. I suspect their teeth are actually in better shape than. I mean, it's not minty fresh, but you see them there sitting there with like sticks, constantly cleaning their teeth, which is probably better than brushing it twice a day or whatever.
And Sierra looks like she's been to the spa 4 times because they're what, 16 days in or whatever,
least,
and her manicure's perfect, or people have clothing changes and bathing suits, and it's like, yeah, they do seem to be.
It seems like it's easy. It's not. Like even the meals, it's one meal maybe every 3 days that they're getting. So yeah. Yes.
Let me ask you another strategy question then, because we're on that mana.
Yeah.
Could you fake the emotion? Because there was like, people were crying, and it's like, oh, that's so touching.
Maybe if you tried. I don't think any of them did.
No, but could you? If you're sitting there going, oh right, I gotta.
I don't know. It really depends on how you're feeling in the game, because I mean, like I said, you're stressed, you're tired. It's harder to put on an act, I think. But you might be able to. Yeah, who knows? Maybe. It might be worthwhile. Or it might not if they see through it. They go, you're an idiot. Yeah. So our immunity challenge was a big challenge with those balls. It's amazing how many things those letters spelled.
Oh.
They're spelling out things.
That was a long word.
It was, yeah.
I thought, oh, here's Cerie's chance. She's going to dive down for the balls, unhook to prove herself.
Yeah. So, but it's about metamorphoses.
Ozzy went down for all 3 of them, didn't he?
He did for the one tribe. Yes, that's right.
Got them all.
Yeah. It's got to be tiring, man. Going diving down. Yeah.
Because every time you hold your breath and you go down for 20 seconds, then it gets harder the second time, and then.
Yep. Exactly. Oh, it does. Absolutely. So we had. It
was Haley that finally came up.
Oh,
with the
that
word
came up.
That said, try meta.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. So, Nuku loses, Mana wins, and Debbie immediately wants Jeff gone. I don't know why, actually.
He was the last one. But
they're going to be merging soon. You know they're going to have to merge soon. I don't know why he was the target. Why not?
Well, it was him or Ozzy, right?
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah. So, anyway, but Jeff wants to stir the pot. That is completely legitimate. You stir the pot all you want in Survivor. That was fine. He wanted to vote for Ozzy and was trying to push some people that way. Then we get to Tribal.
Well, even before then, though, because he knew I'm on the, so he was trying to deflect onto somebody else. So he was talking to the girls.
That's right,
Sarah,
about Zeke.
Yes,
because Zeke told him the girls are going to pretend that you're not going home to make you feel better. Oh,
but he's lying. He's in alliance with Ozzy.
Yeah,
and they're gonna. And the girls went.
He should have continued along that line of attack.
He was getting in.
That line of attack might have worked.
The girls were upset. They were going, "Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
we are not." And I thought, wow, he's actually making inroads.
No, that line of attack was legitimate. It would have worked. Then we get to Tribal, and before Tribal, he goes, "Oh, I've got a little piece of information that might." Okay, what is it? That's cool. And so, Zeke, why haven't you told people you're transgender? And you're like, okay. So, there's a few ways to look at this. If you look at it purely strategic-wise, that's a dumb move.
Horrible. That's just
dumb move. Just purely strategic-wise, stupid move.
Even if you say, Ty, why haven't you told people you're gay? Okay, again, people already knew, but even so,
it doesn't matter. I guess I'm trying to think from Jeff's point of view what he's thinking. I mean, he's wrapped up in the game. I don't think he meant it maliciously.
No,
I suspect he was just trying to say, look, this is something he hasn't told you about himself. So what else hasn't he told you? but it was the wrong way to go for sure. So yeah, immediately everybody
The
turned on
reaction
him.
was immediate.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So obviously, Jeff's gone. Like, there's no turning back from that.
I was thinking the same thing, going, do we even need to vote now? Like,
Yeah, I'm surprised Jeff Probst actually even asked people, do we need to vote? Because I was almost expecting Jeff Varner to go, okay, I'm gone. All right.
Can I just leave?
Yeah. Which might have been a little more honorable. Who knows?
It might have saved himself from the backlash in public or in his home life. Like,
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So it's interesting. I mean, the fact that somebody's gay or transgender or heterosexual doesn't really make any difference. I mean, if I was playing that game, I wouldn't be going around making sure that everybody knew that I was heterosexual. Like, it's not like that's the first thing you say. Hey, guess what, guys? I'm heterosexual. Yay. Like, it doesn't have any bearing on the game at all.
And it's not 50 years ago.
No.
People are way more accepting of whatever you are. Like, it's not a big deal. Like,
yeah. So I read some of what Zeke wrote about that. He was talking about his first interviews for Survivor. He went in, did his interview, and so on. And it was only, I think it came up at the end of that interview that he was transgender, but he wanted to play it as Zeke, as himself, and be known as a good Survivor player. He didn't want to be identified as the transgender Survivor player.
And he is a good Survivor player.
He is a great Survivor player. Who knows, he might win.
Picked him as
one of the potential winners, yeah. But, and I totally get that, because if you're gay, do you want to be known as the gay one? That's the reason that you're there. Or, again, it never works this way around, but I'm not the heterosexual one. Like, that doesn't matter. I can see exactly what he wanted, because he knew that, if that's out there, that's how people will identify him on the show. And now I think he's actually fine. I don't think it's hurt him in any way.
Oh, yes, it has.
On the show.
He can't win now.
You don't think so?
No, there's no way he can win now.
Really? You think
No.
so?
Because now he's the guy who's going to win. So everyone else is now going, oh, we got to get rid of him. He was a big threat before. Now he's going to get all the votes because everyone's feeling sorry for him now. Everybody did now you got to get rid of him.
Perhaps, yeah. I don't know. I still think he could get to the end and potentially win it. I read an interview, I think it was on Entertainment Weekly's interview with Jeff Probst, and asking him about what was going on. Of course, Jeff Probst was like shocked and like, what the heck? And he said he was watching Zeke, sort of sitting there stunned at first for like a little while. And if it had been a normal kind of attack on somebody, he would have immediately gone to Zeke and started peppering him with questions. What do you think? But he realized, no, I got to let this sink in before anything. And so he went to all the other players first. But he said that after the tribal, he was, obviously they're concerned about how Zeke's going to handle it, but he knows going back with the tribe, he's sort of got a support network there of the tribe people. Plus, they'll have a psychologist that will go at camp. They have producers at camp. He was actually concerned about Jeff Varner leaving, because now Jeff Varner is being sent to Ponderosa. He's got nobody around him so they definitely have a psychologist, work with him afterwards as well, because that's a big deal. So, and then of course Jeff Varner has written publicly multiple times, apologizing, and he knew it was wrong. You could see even on the show when he realized the magnitude of it. He's like, oh my God, what have I done? Kind of thing. So
once the toothpaste is out of the tube, you can't get it back in. Once you say something,
So that was wild. What else do you want to say about that? Anything else? I mean, it's.
No, like I say, I think his chances are done now.
Oh, I also suspect...
if he gets to the end, he'll win for sure, because everyone's going to vote in favor of Zeke now.
Yeah.
But that's why people will say no.
But I hope if he wins or loses, it's because of the way he plays the game.
But it's the effect that it has. So he's got sympathy votes.
However, it is also only his tribe that was there for that. So hopefully...
word will get out.
Yeah. I don't know. I also was wondering, from CBS's standpoint, what they did, because I would expect that they would have talked to Zeke about what can we air this? I know that became the majority of the tribal council, but if they had to, they could have probably edited around it somehow. I don't know. But I suspect there was some talk probably to make sure he was okay with it going out there on air. I don't know.
It made for great television. That's the whole point of this thing is ratings. It's about television. But you get a moment like that everyone's drawn into.
But the problem is it's such a controversial moment. It could actually, if you're the show and you're doing it out, putting it out there just because you want to get the ratings, it could hurt your show because people backlash and say, wait, what are you doing? You're doing that just to get ratings?
No, they're just showing it. They're not.
Yeah, I agree. They're showing what's actually happening. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, one of the craziest things in Survivor. Wow. So we're on to next week. You don't watch any of the previews, so I can't remember what the previews were. It looks good.
They're merging. Yeah.
Oh, they probably are. Did they say they're merging? Yeah. Okay. So
watch the hockey game. We know it goes tied into overtime, but it's great. You got to watch. Okay, don't tell me what's going to happen. You're spoiling it. But
it doesn't spoil it for me. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, so our review of this week's Survivor will be pretty much on time. So be sure to come back and watch us then. Thanks.